Drink it in. Today we're laying down the law. No, what do you mean we've done too many police interceptors? Yeah, well, variety's not always a good thing. See, I had this uncle once, and he nearly died from variety. Yeah, he took like 5 different types of painkillers, and he... Hello? Hello? Alright, fine. Another time then. There's 2 rules which dictate every waking moment of our journey, from placenta to ash in this fun societal board game we call life. Here's a handbook. Rule number 1. Death. We can't live in abject misery forever. Rule number 2. Taxes. All of a sudden, allowance money no longer cuts it for Big Brother. Although, there was a way to cheat the simple rules of death and taxes. A way to game the system, if you will. If you owned a Torero in the 80s, you probably weren't paying taxes, and with that Colombian dust coursing through your veins, you felt next to invincible anyways. The Torero allowed you to break these rules. And now it's back. I mean, technically it never left, but your chances of owning a brand new Pegassi called a Torero has increased. But not by much given its asking price. So what does all this mean? Have the woke progressives cancelled yet another cultural figure in the name of political correctness? Have the bleeder mobs marked yet another notch upon their belts in the name of a bloodthirsty radical conquest, hell-bent on sanitizing and eradicating their red-pilled Western culture? No, go seek psychological help. In fact, you'll find the opposite true. Pegassi is keeping the American dream alive for the 1% with a slightly different product donning a recycled name for nearly triple the price. All of which is happening at the peak of an economic and environmental meltdown. The original Torero symbolized a drug-fueled pornographic millionaire lifestyle built on manipulating the stock market, oil market, tax dollars, and/or the Constitution. This time around, the customer base for the Torero consists of brain-dead influencers who archive their lives on Snapmatic, basement dwellers who cashed out before the crypto plunge, and celebrities looking to wrap their next car around a Vespucci power line. In a world of remasters, reboots, crossovers, and people's weeps and woes about Vinewood's creativity bankruptcy, the XO sits in an awkward spot. It's very clearly a resurrection of the notorious Torero namesake, but besides being shaped like a doorstop, there's nearly 0 genetic commonalities. Sure, both cars are impossible to parallel park, have headlights which pop, dramatic side vents, doors that scissor, and a high probability of catching fire, but the similarities end there. It's no surprise that half a century's head start will give the XO some advantages, most notably in the speed department. It runs laps around its predecessor, but primarily because it's not really a Torero. You don't have to squint very hard to see that underneath the makeup and nose powder, the XO is an Ignis in pastels. This shouldn't come across as surprising either though, since Pegassi's been pulling this trick for decades. Guess where the Infernus gets its engine from? Did you expect 70s performance and handling? Take a look inside. Both were considered spaceships for their time, yet they couldn't be further worlds apart. The OG interior was glued together and came pre-littered with cigar clippings. The XO's looks clean and generically calculated, with hardly any flat surfaces to snort off of. The XO is also much better proportioned. The blood of the Covenant might be thicker than the water of the womb, but the thickness in these treads is something far more religious. To put it in layman's terms, if the Torero is the Mona Lisa, the XO works at hornbills. In the end, the Torero XO might just be an Ignis of more than 100k in carbon fiber injections and implants. But damn if it isn't pretty.